Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Jen, and today I'm going to show you another American Heart Association recipe called Thai chicken and broccoli salad with peanut dressing. Now, I'm not really sure what makes this Thai other than it has the peanut butter in it, but that's okay. We're just going to go with it because this is still a really easy and delicious recipe. Now, it was a really hot day the day that I made this, and I wanted something that didn't require any cooking and was going to be pretty fast to whip up. In fact, for the most part, other than chopping the broccoli here, you're going to see all of this in real time. Now, I'm going to start off chopping up some fresh broccoli. Now, the original recipe, which I will leave in the comment section, does say that you can use frozen broccoli if you thaw it and drain it really well. So I'm just going to use fresh on this day because I had some fresh broccoli languishing in the refrigerator. But I'm going to chop it up, florets and stems, until I have about 2 cups altogether. And you all will be very proud of me. I actually picked a bowl this time that was big enough for what I was making, so I didn't have to go grab a separate bowl. So I'm just going to get my broccoli added to my bowl, and then I'm going to chop up a handful of green onions. Now my green onions were fairly small. If you don't have green onions, you can just use about 1/4 a cup of regular like yellow or white onion. And I didn't have any of those, so I just went ahead and used up the green onions that I had in the refrigerator. So if you don't like a lot of onion, you can definitely scale this back. Added a little bit extra green onion because I'm a pretty big fan of that. So I'm just going to chop up the white parts and the green parts pretty small, and then I'm going to add that in there with my broccoli. Now I'm going to make a couple of suggestions about 2 of the ingredients in this recipe, just from my own personal preference. The recipe calls for a can of no salt added sweet peas. Now, doing this again, I'm going to use frozen peas. The same for the mandarin oranges. It was a can of no sugar added mandarin oranges. Now, I found that the peas and the mandarins were a little mushy for my taste. So like I said, next time I make this, I'm going to use frozen peas because they have a little bit of texture, and I'll probably use fresh mandarins as well. Now, the last ingredient for the base of our salad is about 2 cups of chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast. Now, it does say that you can use canned chicken breast, but I don't have any currently. But what I did have was some frozen grilled chicken breast strips that were mistakenly substituted in my grocery order. And I probably won't eat these just as they are, but I definitely don't have a problem chopping these up and adding them into a salad. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And this definitely is a time saver, even if you don't have something like this. If you just have a rotisserie chicken and you pull the chicken breast portion off of it, that will work wonderfully and definitely keep this short and sweet as far as the time it takes to put it together. Now for the dressing part of this recipe, it's also very simple. I'm going to use about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. Now the American Heart Association does recommend using a reduced sodium soy sauce, but I didn't have that on hand. So to make up for that, I just did not add any salt to this recipe. I just used the soy sauce. And then I'm also going to add a tablespoon of plain rice vinegar. And it does say that you can substitute a table of fresh lemon juice if you have fresh lemons. I don't have any fresh lemons right now, so I just went ahead and used the rice vinegar, and it did add a really nice flavor to this. Now, the next thing I'm going to add is some no sugar added peanut butter. Now, if you have a peanut allergy, I definitely recommend going ahead and using some almond butter or sunflower butter, whatever it is that you can actually eat without having a reaction. It'll kind of do the same thing that the peanut butter does. It may not be exactly the same, but it's still going to make a nice creamy sauce to pour over that salad. So definitely, substitute as you need. Now I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of water to this sauce, but I'm going to do it slowly over time. I'm just going to add a couple of little splashes of water and give it a good mix. And this is, how much water you need is going to depend on how liquidy your peanut butter is. I know a lot of the more natural peanut butter brands tend to be pretty runny from the peanut oil in them, but I'm just using the cheap Jif, so I do end up having to add probably about 3 tablespoons of water to this to get it to the consistency that I like so that I can pour it over my salad. Now, there really are no specifics on seasoning this. As I said, I used full sodium soy sauce, so I'm not adding salt, but I am adding a good sized pinch of black pepper. And because I really do enjoy spicy things, I added a healthy pinch of red pepper flakes to this as well. Now, however you season it is up to your own taste. You're making this for your dinner table, but just know that if you're tracking your macros, you'll definitely need to add whatever you season your dressing with to your macro tracker so that you get accurate numbers. And I will leave not just the link to this recipe in the description box below, but I will also list the approximate macros for this meal as well. This whole bowl right here is supposed to be 4 servings, and I think that those are 4 very generous portions. So I'm just going to add my dressing to the top of this salad, and I'm going to give it a really, really good mix. Now, I would suggest that you pop this in the refrigerator and let it chill really well before you serve it up. That way the broccoli can kind of soften a little bit and soak up some of that dressing. Obviously, the mandarins and the peas are going to let a little bit of liquid go. So, the longer it sits, the more thinned out your dressing will get. And then, just give it a good stir before you serve it after sitting it in the fridge for a couple of hours. And I have to confess that I had this again for lunch today after it had sat in the refrigerator overnight, and it was actually even better. All of the flavors had kind of melded together, and the red pepper flakes had sort of rehydrated and made it even spicier than it was the day before. Now, if you can spare the calories, I definitely recommend adding some sriracha to that peanut sauce, or maybe even some sambal. It would really, step this flavor up a few notches. But as it is, it's a really solid recipe that you can definitely build on according to your taste. You could even top this with some peanuts if you like for extra crunch. But that's all I have for you this week, friends. I really hope that you give this American Heart Association recipe a try, especially if you are maybe working on your personal health or trying to eat a little lighter for the summertime. If you give this recipe a try, make sure you leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And until next time, friends, happy cooking.